Guys, sometimes you just have to camouflage up. Take that shine right off your face. Another thing that charcoal is good for is it's definitely good for a bellyache. Charcoal will absorb impurities that's inside your gut. If you get a bellyache in the woods, eat that charcoal. Alright folks, just imagine you are out in the woods and you lost your gun. You don't have or you just hung up and you just don't have any weapons, but you were camping and you had your hatchet. Remember back in the old days, these hatchets, and this one looks like a tomahawk, could actually be used to throw and kill an animal or protect yourself if you needed to protect yourself. So you would just take your tomahawk and you would stick it. If you were going to take a game animal with this tomahawk, a big game animal, like such as a deer, hog, anything bigger than that, always strike for the neck of the animal when you throw the tomahawk. But you would have to be upwind of it, and when you strike, you have to strike a death blow, okay? Same thing, if you're out in the woods and all you've got your knife and you need to take a game animal, you want to get up close as you possibly can. Strike that game animal in the neck if possible. Strike that animal in the throat. Well, folks, we're in an airplane crash today. We ain't got no hatchet. We don't have a knife. All we have is the things that the forest is going to provide for us. Number one thing you can just find you a good stone. Now a stone is just as deadly as anything else at the right angle and at the right distance, which would, for a human being, would probably be 8 to 10 feet. And you would want to strike your game animal in the head. You knock it unconscious. Okay, after you've struck your game animal in the head, you get your killing stick. You come over and you bash the thing's head in. Okay, alright. Okay, now, let's say for instance that you're out there, we know you don't have your knife, but you have found a good short piece of wood. You've either broke it off or whatever, and you've sharpened that thing up on both ends. That's what makes it so effective. Here we just have a small game animal, which is a cardboard box today. But you're going to throw this stick just like you're going to throw your knife. Like that. There we go. There's the killer blow. Obviously it takes a little practice with a stick because it's a different length than your knife, and because I've got it sharpened on both ends, it will stick on both ends. Small game, foxes, baby deer, whatever, you can take it with that thing there, that sharpened stick. Okay, now we've covered the throwing stick. I've already told you, this is the dispatch. This is to finish off your victim after you've addled it or whatever. Okay, what we have here is a snare on the end of a stick. Now the way that you would use this, you would get on a game trail and set it down with it. And my producer here is going to demonstrate what happens. Come down the trail. Okay, turn it loose. Now I've got this animal swinging in the air. Supposing this is just a rabbit, or say it's a turkey. Just take the animal, thrash it over on the ground. Take the animal, thrash the animal over on the ground. That will idle it long enough for you to take your dispatching stick and dispatch the animal. Okay, that's a snare on a stick. Now, spear is a deadly weapon on small game or large game, but you've always got to strike a deer either in the neck or right behind the front shoulder. And you have to be close enough within 8 or 9 yards of it to really pin that thing through the deer. Now, you may not knock this deer down right off the bat, but if you strike a vital organ, or you strike an artery, a main artery of that deer, then that deer will be yours. Okay guys, ducks on the water, birds in trees. One of the easiest ways to at least have a shot at one of these animals is with David's sling. That's the kind of sling right there that David put a rock between Goliath's eyes with. Now what I've done is I took 2 pieces of leather and I took an old glove and I've created me a sling out of it. And I'm going to show you how you use it. Alright, here we go. Now a sling will absolutely sling a rock at high velocity. How accurate you are is how much you practice. Well, that one came out before it was supposed to. But anyway, get that thing to going, and you can absolutely sling a rock. You see there, I'm out of practice. I'm not very accurate today. But I got a fix for that, especially if there's some ducks sitting on the water. There we go, that's a straight shot. Okay. Let's call this one the shotgun effect. See, that will absolutely put some pellets down range on just about any little critter that you're looking at, and it'll do it really fast. Of course, the rounder the rock you've got, the better the thing will fly through the air. I'd like to introduce my director here, Rachel. She's the one who does all these fancy films for me, and I think she does a real good job. And without her, probably Survivorman in Bland County wouldn't be possible. So I want to thank her tonight.